Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the 5 best options that you can get for your C8 Corvette. If you have not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button below. Get subscribed up because we got all sorts of fun stuff going along with what to do with your C8, because we have mods coming onto it really fast. And we are going to test those mods. Porta throttle body, exhaust, turbos, and we're going to see what we can do. So definitely subscribe. Now, off to the best options that you could purchase your C8 with. Number 5, coming in at dead last, which, I mean, there's a lot of options, so it's not actually last, but number 5 on my list, I'm going to say it is the front lift. Now, you don't actually have to have the front lift, especially if you like lowering your cars. If you think that this ride height is too high, which I don't think it's too high, but if you think that this ride height is too high, this is not the option for you. But if you are fine with this ride height, well, the front lift is a really amazing option. So the front lift is easily activated. Right above the mode selector, you have your front lift button. Press that button and you're going to see the vehicle is raising. And you can press that button again and lower it back down. You can do this up to 24 miles per hour. And it's also able to remember this with GPS. So what does that mean? That means that some of the bumps that you couldn't really take on your low Corvette, even certain hills, you can now take with ease on this thing because it raises it quite far up. In fact, exiting my own shop, I have one where I have to come in at a very harsh angle in order to get out unscathed. I can take it straight down. I usually come at a 45-degree angle to where I'm at, maybe a little bit more, and I can go straight down. And at speed without touching anything. It was scary at first, but now I have full confidence in the car, at least when the lift's up. Number 4. I'm going to tell you that this one goes with comfort. You want the GT2 seats. The GT2 seats, these bad boys are made just so well. They are amazing. They have lumbar and bolster support. Like that's right here, your lumbar and bolster support, as well as forward, backward, and a whole slew of different ways. And they are extremely comfortable for all shapes and sizes. GT2 seats, need it? Yes? No?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Look at them, they just look better.
I know, they do look awesome. You know, if they only had the GT1 seat, it would be like, wow, that's a really good looking seat. But like, since they give you the option of GT2, I think it's worth every penny. The GT2 seats do not come standard on any trim level except for the 3LT. So if you're looking for the GT2 seats, you usually will have to add them unless you select 3LT, in which case they will be included. So now that you see our number 5 and number 4, I'm going to tell you that the number 3, it's really hard to put this in an order that like actually makes sense, because the number 3, 2, and 1 are all so good. I feel like you almost can't live without either of them, but if you had to sacrifice, I don't know which one's the right one because they're all so good. So coming in at number 3, we're going to say the Z51 package. In a way, it's weird, but hear me out. First, the Z51 package includes bigger brakes, both front and rear, and you'll see that it says Z51 on my dirty calipers. The Z51 also gets some better tires, some more sport-oriented tires than the non-Z51 cars. You get a different rear end ratio, so you can accelerate a little faster, but your top speed is down because you get a wing. Now this is the high wing, you get a little bit smaller wing, and if you order the high wing, you'll end up getting both. Also for the Z51, you get the dual mode exhaust, which is awesome, and it is awesomely convenient. And finally with the Z51, you get a cooler on the passenger side. You can see it in here, cools the transmission. Now in a previous video, I did say that the Z51's kind of a ripoff, but not. And I still stand behind that because it's like Chevy, in their marketing gimmick, said that the Z51 price remains unchanged. However, you get one thing less with this year than you did with the previous year, and that's the upgrade to a dry sump engine. the dry sump oiling for the engine is standard on the C8, so all of them get it. In the previous generation, only the Z51 guys and the Z06 guys got it. But it's still a great option. You still get a lot of benefit, a lot of cool things from it. Definitely, I think it's a modification that you know, is worth having. One of the things with the Z51 that you should note is that your top speed actually goes down because of the gearing in the rear wing. So if you're looking for the Texas mile runs, you might want to stay away from the Z51. Otherwise, the Z51 is a wonderful option. Now, number two. Number two, I'm going to tell you right now, is going to be the package. The entire package, 2LT. This is a somewhat expensive package, but I would probably choose the 2LT over the Z51 just because I love amenities. I'm getting older. I like my heated and cooled seats. I like my heads-up display. I love, 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 love my heated steering wheel. I love the navigation system. I love the Bose sound system. I love the performance data recorder. Oh, there's just so much stuff in the 2LT that is just so awesome and so like convenient that I feel like I can't live without. And one of them that I didn't mention yet is the rear view camera mirror. Check this out. So with the 2LT, you get like your HomeLink system, so you can actually like get in your garage. And here's the camera. Oh my gosh, I can't see. It's really hard to see out the back. And you can see a little bit of glare from the front from, there's my hand, you see that? Well, if you are a 2LT or 3LT car, you get the rear view camera mirror. This is different than the reverse camera. You can see how the angle is much different. And this is also adjustable. You have all sorts of cool stuff, but like your brightness, which you can't really see right there, the zoom, and also the tilt, what angle you want to look at it from. Very, very convenient. I love that. The 2LT, you also get certain things like your front cameras and you do have your rear camera, so that doesn't really matter, but you have the ability to see everything in the front there. Very, very convenient. Now, just to be clear, I am not saying that the base 1LT is not worth it, because the 1LT is a performance bargain. It is definitely a performance bargain, especially if you don't really want the amenities like, I really enjoy, and that's perfectly fine. And guys, the number one option that you should get for your C8 is MagRide. Yes, MagRide is wonderful. Now you have to have the Z51 option currently in order to get MagRide. It's probably one of the constraints in the C7. They actually separated it from having to have Z51. You had to pay extra for wheels, but you get the same wheels with Z51 or non-Z51 on this generation. So I don't think that's going to matter. I think it's going to be an option in the future, but right now it currently is not. Now the MagRide is one of these things that takes the suspension, the sport suspension, from beautifully like camera-y soft, just cruising around doing like, normal cruising, to race track stuff. It is insane, completely insane. I'm going to tell you right now that MagRide can change the overall feel of this car more than anything else that you can possibly put on it. It will take you from being that like pleasant daily driver to, I'm going to go around this turn and I'm going to rip on it. And you can activate your different suspensions just by hitting the Z button right on the steering wheel. So you could be about to go in a turn and be like, what, I want to take this turn like a jerk, and boop, hit that button and away you go. So there you have it. You got the whole 5. At least my 5. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're a good 5, but the car without any of those options, bare bones, is still an amazing car, because you're going to get the meat and potatoes, which is that mid-engine. You're going to get the power, and you're also going to get that transmission, which is insane. And you also still get Z mode, which is really, really cool. The removable roof comes off. It's got ample space. It's just an amazing car. It's an amazing feat of engineering, especially for starting under 60,000. But if you have the means to option it up a little bit, I think that what we did here was really nice. I'm really happy with it. And Well, I hope to hear about yours in the comments below and what you would build if you don't have one yet. Okay guys, thanks for watching today's video. Stay tuned because next we're going to start going over some modifications, what we plan to do with it, tearing apart the car, and start testing some of our first mods. Adios!